JUMPSHOT. Posted in front of the tribe, selling dope till the sun come down. Take a fuck nigga right off the map. When I hit him with this whole 100 round. Young jock in the club with my clock. You wanna play it, then this bitch going down. We ain't hesitating, bullies get the blazing. I'ma lay him down like he in a lounge. Walk him down, 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 walk him down. Walk down on them in Balenciaga runners. My blood slime a nigga out just like an anaconda. You go against me, then you fuck just like a used condom.
What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, your homie, Zen Cheens, and today I have a special video for you guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best slasher build in NBA 2K21. Alright, so starting off, for your position you want to go small forward, you're handed, you can choose whatever you want, I'm going with right. Jersey number, like always, doesn't matter. Alright, so for your pie chart you can go with the first one, it's all blue, but the only thing with the first one this year, your defense is way lower, so you're going to be a liability on defense and you only have offense. So if you're not scoring, you're just going to end up being a liability. So just for this year, I think the best pie chart is just to go with the all red, because your driving dunks still 86, so you're still going to be able to get contact dunks. And all your defensive stats are all in the 80s, plus your lateral and perimeter is in the 90s, so you're going to be guarding 1 through 5. There's going to be no problem about that. So go with the all red. For your physical, it's all up to you. If you want to be more of a scorer, then go with the first one because you get the most speed. If you want to be more of a defender and a balanced player, I would go with the second last. So your verticals 94, 81 acceleration, 83 speed. Now with the first one, you can see the speed's higher, acceleration's higher, but the vertical's lower. But just for this build, this is just how I want to make it. I want to be more of a scorer. I want to go with the faster speed, so the first physicals. Alright, so starting off with finishing, you want to max out your close shot, your driving layup, your driving dunk, standing dunk, max that out as well. In post talk, we're going to keep it at a 52, because if you go any higher than 52, then it takes too many attributes just to get that one extra badge. So we're going to stay at 52. So the shooting's all up to you. If you think you can green with a 54 open 3 and some badges, then go ahead and do that. But for me, I'd rather be great at one thing than average at a bunch of things. So I'm just not going to put that this year. Ball handle, you want to have some badges. You want to be able to get quick first step. So we're going to get pass accuracy. Up your ball handle. And for your post moves, put it up to 47. So you're going to get 5 playmaking badges, which should be more than enough. You'll be able to put bailout bronze, quick first step gold, and you can put needle threader or whatever other badge you want. Alright, so for the defense, interior defense, I'm just going to leave it at 50, because if NBA 2K21's anything like last year, then you won't really need it, because the intimidator will probably do the job. So perimeter, you're going to max that out. Right, same with your lateral quickness and your steal. Max out your block. Basically just max out your offensive and defensive rebounding. Alright, so as you can see, you get 16 finishing badges, 1 shooting, 5 playmaking, and 30 defensive. Now this should be more than enough to basically catch lobs, play the pick and roll, play defense. You can switch on to all the guards. Your perimeters are 92, laterals are 92, so you're not going to struggle playing defense at all. Alright, so that's basically the attributes and the badges, and you can see the physicals. Now let's get on to the next thing. So obviously for body shape it doesn't really matter, but just because you want to look a bit intimidating, you can either go burly or built. I think I'll stick with burly just because it looks a bit bigger. So the height's basically all up to you. Now if you want to say 6'7", obviously that's like the primal small forward position. If you go 6'8", and you can obviously defend centers better, but then your guard abilities will go down. But just for me, the way I want to play off ball and stuff. I don't want to be constantly screening. I'm going to go with 6'7". So for your weight, there's no point of going higher, because all you get is strength, and your speed and your acceleration goes down. And as we've seen throughout the years, that you're putting your weight up doesn't really affect getting contact dunks, so I would just go with minimum. As you can see, it makes your speed a 90 and acceleration 88, and also your layup goes up by 3. So we're going to stick with 180. So now you have 2 options for your wingspan. You can either go 89 wingspan, and all you can see all your defensive stats go up, your slashing stats go up. The only thing that changes is your ball handle goes down once. So as you can see, if your wingspan's 88, your ball handle is 68, you're going to have to get to a 97 overall just to get dribble animations. But if you go 1 higher, then you're going to have to get to a 98. So it's not the biggest difference, but if you want to get it sooner, I would go to a 88. Alright, so just before we get into the takeovers, I'll show you the different options. If you go 6'8" in height, I'll put the weight to minimum again, and So you max out your wingspan. Now your defensive stats, obviously your block, offensive rebound and defensive rebound go higher, so it's in the 90s compared to the 80s. So compared to a 6'7", they were in the 80s, so now you're in the 90s. So your lateral and steal and perimeter obviously go down, but it's still super high, so you're still going to be able to defend guards, but it's just not going to be as easy. And your slashing stays basically the same, even if you're a 6'7" or a 6'8". It's basically the same, only the defensive stats go up and down. Alright, so let's continue on with the 6'7". You have two options. You got the lockdown takeover and glass. Now the only difference is with glass takeover, obviously you see where the rebound's going, and lockdown takeover, I feel like you tend to get more defensive animations, and obviously it makes you faster. So it's completely up to you, but since I'm choosing a 6'7", I'm not really going to be playing that center position as much, so I'd rather go with lockdown. So as you can see, you have built a two-way finisher, so you can see the comparison. Dr. J, Jimmy Buckets, and the Claw. So let's continue on with the badges. Alright, for your finishing badges, you get 16. So this is one way how you can set it up. Contact finisher gold, fancy footwork gold, slithery finisher gold. Lob city, you can put it higher, obviously depends how you're playing and who you play with. If you're throwing your lobs, then you want to put giant slayer down, put lob city higher. Otherwise we'll just keep this on for now. And then acrobat gold, relentless silver. So that's basically the layout for your finishing badges. So obviously you didn't get Hall of Fame badges because we didn't choose blue pie chart, we chose the all red. But gold finishing badges should be more than enough. Since your driving dunk's basically going to be in the 90s, you can obviously get boost for your dunking, so it should be more than enough. So for your shooting badges, I would just put on slippery off ball. So if you're playing pick and roll, just off ball in general, you don't get actually stuck on people, and it's easier to get to the rim. Alright, so for playmaking, this is one way how you can do it. Bronze bailout, gold quick first step, unpluckable bronze. Now once you get to step, and unpluckable obviously all depends on how much you're dribbling. Until you don't get dribble animation, you don't really need to have it on. You can put it on downhill. But since you're going to be able to dribble at 70 ball handle and you get the animation, so just put on unpluckable once you get those. So for your defensive badges, obviously you get 30, so I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do it. There's literally like 30 variations you can do it. Now the only variation I'll show you is if you're playing center position, and that's basically if you're playing 3v3 park or pro-am. So you want to put your pick dodger down if you're just playing hedge defense, your clamps down, you won't need it that high, and pull your brick wall to Hall of Fame. So that's one way. If you're playing center position, you can pull your brick wall up, take it away from your clamps and your pick dodger. So those are your defensive badges. So that's basically the video. Now tell me what else you want to see. If you want to see a center build that can either shoot or a full-on paint piece, I can make that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, share with your friends, comment down below what you want to see, and it's been your boy Zench. Peace!